Welcome to the North Suburban Library District virtual program entitled Ancestry Library Edition Basics. There are many resources available through the North Suburban Library District to conduct genealogy research. Today, we will be focusing on one of those resources, Ancestry Library Edition. Over the course of this program, we'll discuss the following topics: simple searching and how to get started, types of records available and how to search them, multiple access points available for the same databases located in Ancestry Library Edition, message boards, the Learning Center, charts and forms, and new collections. To navigate to the Ancestry Library Edition link, you will need to visit either the NSLD Loves Park or NSLD Roscoe locations. You will need to log on to a computer using your library card and PIN or a temporary pass if you do not have a library card. Open a Google Chrome window, and on the NSLD homepage, which you see here, go to Digital Collection and Genealogy. On the genealogy page, click Ancestry Library Edition. Once you click the link to the Ancestry Library Edition, you will be logged in to the Ancestry Library Edition webpage with North Suburban Library in the top right corner, as you see here. To begin a simple search, start on the home page. The simple search is this large box with Find Your Stories as the search button. Click to start with your grandfather or grandmother. I'm going to start with my grandmother. Type in their first and last name, or only their last name in case you do not have a first name. If starting with your grandmother, you can use their maiden or married name. If you do not get any results with a married name, try their maiden name and vice versa. I'm going to start with my paternal grandmother. She lived in Freeport, Illinois. And if you have information on where they lived, you can enter it in this last box, as I did here. Try to add as much information as you can so the database can narrow the search for you. Otherwise, you may receive thousands of results, but are unable to pinpoint which person may be your ancestor. Let's go ahead and click Find Your Stories. Now, I know that my grandmother was Joan Bars, but as I look through these results, none of these results are correct. These are not my grandparent. So let's edit the search. I'm going to try using her maiden name. And immediately, this first result is my grandparent. As you can see, using as much information as you have and needing to use potentially 4 female relatives, their maiden and married name to get the correct results may be most helpful to you. Now, as a caveat, when you're using the simple search, keep in mind that it will be searching for ancestors further back than your grandparent. And once you find your ancestor, click This is my grandparent to see further results. So let's click on Joan Dulski. As you can see, Ancestry will show you information often pertaining to your great-grandparent, the mother or father of your grandparent. The information may be an obituary, as in this case with my great-grandmother. You'll see that they found information about her obituary published in a Green Bay newspaper. There also may be newspaper articles pertaining to them, or even their record in a 1940s phone book. It is a snapshot in time and not a lot of detail about their life. The results, however, as you can see, may be helpful if you do not have a lot of information about a great-grandparent or further back ancestor and give you a place to start. You may also want to try using your parent's name in the search if you are looking for more information about your direct grandparents. Let's go back to the homepage and take a look at the begin searching. So you can expand your search by clicking here on begin searching, or you can also use the search at the top of the page. Clicking all categories will search all of these different types of records available about your ancestors: birth, marriage, and death records, census records, immigration records, military records, and schools, directories, churches, and tax, criminal, land, and wills, and then any potential reference, dictionaries, and almanacs, or stories and publications, including photos and maps that may be available about your ancestor. Enter your family member's name that you wish to find more information on. If you know the person's name and location, I would suggest clicking exact when you type in their name. That way, it will eliminate the database searching for similar names. If you are unsure or think there may be multiple spellings, try using the sounds like or similar settings. If you only have initials, use the initial setting at the bottom. If you have more information about your ancestor, such as birth date, marriage, or death date, enter that information under Show More options. The more information you are able to provide, the more likely the results will be relevant to you. Click Search once you have entered in the information that you have or would like to enter. The results will pull from all of the databases available through Ancestry Library Edition, and all of those are listed here on the side. If there is specific information, such as an obituary you are looking for, narrow the databases to only those related to obituaries to narrow your search. So let's go ahead and search again for my paternal grandmother. And you can see the multiple types of results that come up when you receive the results. So there are newspapers from the obituary index, a United States federal census record. And in order to narrow down specific records, you can click on these filters located on the side. So if you're interested only in census and voter lists, click here, and the results will be specific to that database. So in Ancestry Library Edition, there are multiple ways to access specific databases. Going back to that home page, which you can always access here at the top of your screen on the left by clicking Home, you can access specific databases when you scroll down, including census records, military records, vital records, which are considered birth, marriage, and death records, and immigration records. They are all located down here towards the bottom. And you can, when you hit search now, you can specifically look at those databases. There are also quick links at the top of your screen to these databases as well under search, as we took a look at earlier. The 1950 census records are located here in the middle of the home screen. These were released in April of 2022 after the required 72-year waiting period. You can explore the 1950 District Finder by clicking Explore Maps to learn about which district your ancestors may have completed their 1950 census in. At the bottom of the homepage, under Quick Links, these are quick links again to those databases. Moving across the top of the screen, let's click Message Boards. Message boards are a great way to find information or ask questions about a topic or a specific person. They may also be helpful to find specific places if you are seeking information about the location of an ancestor's burial site. You can search the boards or find a board about a specific topic or surname. If you do search the boards, keep in mind some of the responses may be old and no longer relevant. Let's click on cemeteries and tombstones and United States. And you can see that there are 112 boards. I would always take a look at the date of the last post to see how relevant it might be to your search. Some of these date back all the way to the early 2000s, while some are very recent within the last few years, dating back to 2021 or 2022. So if you find information here, I would always suggest trying to verify it in some other way. The Learning Center offers tips and tricks for researching different ancestors and their backgrounds. The Learning Center is a place for everyone, whether you are starting your genealogical journey or are an expert already. These research aids can help you continue your search in United States records and across the globe. The maps provide you access to resources available by state, including land records, census, and county records. The maps are located here at the top of the page under the title Research Aids. And you can click the state that you're interested in, and then these links will take you directly out to another site called RootsWeb. And it will always ask you if you accept moving to RootsWeb by clicking continue to the wiki. But let's go back to the top of the screen again. Charts and forms offer users downloadable forms to begin documenting the information that you find. Documentation when conducting genealogy is essential. Try to keep everything in a bold binder or folder to ensure others can continue their research. Ancestral charts, located here at the top of the screen, provide a visual of the ancestors you are directly descended from. The research calendar, the next item over, allows you to document the information that you find each day. The research extract allows you to document materials that you are unable to get originals or copies of. The correspondence record allows you to document who you have requested information from, such as a local historical society or college archives, and to know if you have received an answer from them. If you are working with another family member on research, you can keep track of who each of you has contacted without duplication of efforts. The family group sheet is a way to keep track of how families are connected, and to track how families have intermarried, how they have and the source summary, the final document on this page, is helpful to refer to information that you have found for a particular family or a family member and to record where that information came from, similar to a works cited or a reference page that you might find in a research paper or a journal article. Again, going back to the top, our last and final link at the top of your screen in your navigation bar is New Collections. New collections are constantly being added to the Ancestry Library Edition. You can check to see the most recent additions by clicking Sort By and Date Added. And you can see also here on the right-hand side that they all say, these are new. You'll see the number of records included in this specific database. So in the 1906 Denmark census, there are over 2 million census and voter lists available to be searched. Each new database is hyperlinked. So if you wanted to specifically go into the 1906 Denmark census, you could click this link and go specifically into that database to search for your ancestor. Records databases from outside the US are also being added for ease of searching for ancestors that may have immigrated. Databases from Australia, the UK, France are all available to be able to search your ancestors. One other database I would like to share with you is be sure to check out our other genealogy database, Heritage Quest. You are able to access this database from home. You don't need to visit either of our locations, but you are welcome to if you would like. And you can access this database using your NSLD library barcode and 4-digit PIN number. Census records and family history books and directories are available to be searched in this database. The U.S. Freedmen's Bank record from 1861 to 1875 is available through this database, as are the U.S. Indian Census rolls. Thank you for joining us for this virtual program. Please don't hesitate to reach out with further questions. The NSLD local history email is localhistory@northsld.org, or you can also reach us via phone at 815-633-4247. And happy searching.